Hello my audio friends. Today I'm going to show you a video what you will never see from me. But I think, okay, maybe it is nice to make maybe one time, maybe more. It all depends on the reactions I have from you. Um, these kind of videos. I often have emails because everybody can see my email. And if you go to my profile on YouTube, you can find my email over there. Yeah, and smart guys know how to find my email. It's not that hard. And I often have, most of the time, I have questions, advice, and questions. And I try to answer them all, but I have many of those questions. So, and some are very difficult, and some of them, even I cannot answer them. Yeah, because I never heard a thing, so I do not have. I can only answer a question from certain devices I ever had in my possession. If somebody asks me a question about a certain turntable, a certain amplifier, a certain receiver, certain speakers I never had in my possession, I can impossible give you advice. But sometimes, for example, from some Sansvis and some Marances, most Marances sound the same. They ask, I have those questions, and I can answer them. I can say, okay, this is a very good one, go for it for that price. But if I never had a device from a brand I'm also not familiar with, for me that is hard to give an answer, because even I do not know not everything. You understand? And and sometimes I have just, not questions, just personal mails. People, when I'm gone for a few months from YouTube, how are they missing me, where I am, and hoping my health is okay, things like this. I have personal mails, and I appreciate those personal mails very much. And I sometimes have these kinds of mails. And this is one from Peter. And Peter did not even know that I didn't ask his permission, because he sent me this mail in, private mail. But I will not tell his full name. I will not give you you will not see his email in this mail. So I think he will not mind. And anyway, this is the mail I had from Pete. And maybe if you like this kind of videos, I will do more of them. This is the first one I make, so we will see how it goes. Andrew, first and most importantly, continue to get well. Well, this mail was from 13 July this year. Yes. I also have a heart attack in 2017, and thereafter studied the science, which is complicated and beautiful. It is, Peter. After my second heart attack, after my first heart attack, I had the right to have revalidation, but I skipped that. I didn't take it serious enough, and I skipped that. And after my second heart attack, it was something else. I got afraid. I think, okay, this is the second one, and I do not want to have a third one. Yeah, the third one can be fatal. I was lucky this time. I was lucky the first two times. And I did the revalidation program 12 weeks. I had every week a 1-hour consultation online with more people like me, with a dietist. And I learned much. Yeah. The problem is, if you have all this information, can you imply that? Are you strong enough to imply that information? Can you leave those candies, those cookies, that nice processed food that's sugar. Can you leave that alone? And that's always the problem, yeah. But anyway, I came up with a plan and gained health whilst declining in weight from 325, probably that is pound, yeah, because I don't believe Peter have 325 kilo, no, this is pounds, to 240 pounds in 10 months. So Peter lost 85 pounds in 10 months. That's incredible. 85 pounds, my friends. That's about the amount I need to lose to be on the weight I want to be, yeah, in 10 months. Eating real food, so no processed food or sugar. And if you want to know what is no processed food, everything what is canned is processed food, for example, yeah. And also with meat, only fresh meat from the butcher, that meat is not processed, yeah. Everything else what you buy is processed or sugar, okay. That is to say, I got healthy to lose weight, not the other way round. It's an important distinction, okay. I love your passion and reverence for stereo gear. I especially remember your visit to your friend's home around Christmas with the Denon PMA 200R. I liked when you say, sometimes I visit for a cup of coffee and I stay for hours. That's just fun. Please stay well. We, myself and family, are pulling for you here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, USA. By the way, should explain pulling for you is a colloquial expression meaning concern and wishing the very best for you. Okay, I did not know that word pulling, what it means, to be honest, so I'm glad you explained it to me. Okay, and sincerely Pete, including some photos attached. Okay, and Peter, thank you for this mail. I think I already answered this mail, as when I had this mail. I forgot that all because it's long. I have many mails, so I can't remember which one I answered and which one but anyway, I'm gonna show you the pictures because that's why I picked out this mail. He sent me 4 pictures, yeah, and I'm gonna show you I'm gonna show you his pictures. What's this? This is the first picture he sent me, and well, I can see that Peter is not a not a normal collector. He spent much money on his collection because I can't afford this Macintosh. No, I know it's an expensive thing, very expensive. Let me zoom in. I'm glad he made these pictures with a high resolution so I can zoom in. I cannot I cannot afford myself this Macintosh. It is expensive. Not sure what you have here on top. What I see is this thing. Let me see this thing. I'm not sure what it is. Not sure. I cannot recognize this turntable. I cannot recognize this stuff. And this is nice stuff what we have here. I also let me zoom in a little bit more. Maybe I can recognize it after the zoom in. Okay. No, I cannot read. I cannot read it. But not sure what brand it is, not sure what it is, but I think it's something special. Anyway, I like it. And when I zoom out again, you can see that what Peter likes is railways, trains. Yeah, and and I come in between. I will show you what I like. I never liked playing with trains. First of all, my father never brought me this present because railway uh, play toys were expensive. This stuff was very expensive then, and it is even more expensive today. What I had from my father was this stuff. This stuff I had from my father, my friends. This stuff. My father one day came home with a box from Carrera, and it was a box with a. This was what he brought this racing track. Simple, and if you're gonna see now, the price is €20. 20. It is cheap stuff. It is cheap stuff. Yeah. So, but me and my brother were very happy with this racetrack. There was only one problem. We had two cars. Later we go to the shop, bought other cars, but some cars were always faster than, even if they were from the same brand, in the same box, the same type. Some cars were always a different with speed. So we always before we went racing, we flip a coin, and the one who we knew which car was faster, so the one who had the fastest cars always won. And some friends of mine also had a racetrack, and but they had that more bigger racetrack, like let me see, like this one, for example. They had a more bigger racetrack, and that was even more fun. A lot of my friends had a kind of this racetrack in their home, and then we brought our cars over. We were little boys. And I can remember at a certain moment we made this loop. We bought some, because you could buy extra pieces, so you can, even if you first started with a kit like this one, you could always make that racing track bigger to buy extra parts. Yeah. And at a certain moment we made that loop. So about like this. Yeah, it became like this. But I had friends who even had a complete living room or bedroom floor complete full with a racing track. It was incredible. And I do not see pictures over here from real big racing tracks, but no, not really big. But you could make those there, and they're still selling. These are the parts. You could buy. You could buy those loops. Yeah, and well, it was fun time. So this was my our playing toys. Cheap. It was cheap playing toys, because railway stuff was expensive. Yeah, I know a guy who had those racing tracks, but you could only have as a child these railway things if your father was interested and he wanted to spend money on it, because it was too expensive to give this for parents, to their children, because these things are very expensive. Anyway, this is next picture, and you can see again on the back here you have some railways, even traffic lights. I think this is a railway traffic light. I think, not sure why, but he loved this stuff so much. And what I see in this picture is, of course, this is nice stuff, beautiful stuff, but and this tape deck is very nice. But this stuff, this Pioneer Elite series, let me zoom it in for you. I'm going to show you what this stuff is, my friends, because this is Pioneer Elite, and I want to have this stuff scored for you to review it, but They are always expensive, too expensive for me, for just buying it and made a video for it. I see here a band-aid. I don't hope you cut your fingers because anyway. Hey, this is the same thing I just saw on the other picture. Yeah, the same. And then you have some. What is this? Well, not sure what it is. And then of course you have this stuff. Rotel. I never had Rotel. No, not sure how the quality is. Maybe you can answer in the what the difference is, for example, between this Rotel set and that Pioneer. That Pioneer Elite. I think that Pioneer Elite set is sounding more beautiful, but maybe I'm wrong. So if you see this video, I'm asking you to answer in the comments. And beautiful stuff, beautiful, beautiful. This is more PA stuff, so what they use in professional bands, when a band have to perform live, and they have this stuff. 19-inch. This is 19-inch. Also the Rotel is 19-inch. But the Rotel is not professional stuff. The Rotel is just for a living room stereo setup. This is more the PA stuff. This is nice. This is nice. And the tape deck, I see. I'm not sure what kind of brand. Pioneer. Oh, this is a Pioneer. Okay. Oh, this I know this Pioneer. This is with the blue view, the blue light. Okay. Okay, this is a nice thing. Beautiful thing, my friend. Okay, next picture. Next picture. Now, again, you see this locomotives, and I think I'm not sure, but I think this stuff is very expensive. Let me zoom in. What is this? This is a broken. No, maybe not broken. Maybe it's working, but it missed the front plate, the reel-to-reel deck. So not sure what it is or what brand it is. And you have clip speakers in this room. And what I like from this room is these railway locomotives, and they are looking very nice. Pennsylvania. Okay. Next picture. Next picture is this one. And well, let me here you have another the clips. Let me zoom in. Let me zoom in. Not sure what kind of speakers these are. They are not normal speakers because I do not recognize them. This is not sure what it is. Tubes. They are tubes, yeah. And probably the date, 21 December. This is a tube amplifier. Let me zoom in more to see if I can recognize that tube amp. No. I cannot recognize that tube amp. What do you have here? Parasound. Okay, this is good stuff. I heard this is good stuff. I think Parasound is American brand, not sure, but you don't see that often on the European market, so probably it is. Let me see. Okay, you have here two, the same ones. Not sure why you have two of them. I cannot recognize a brand. And wow, this guy have even Bryston, man. What's this? Peter, you have Bryston, man. I'm not sure what Bryson it is. Is this a power amplifier, Peter? What kind of power amplifier, and how do you compare the sound of this Bryson with that Pioneer Elite series? I think the Bryson, I think without even know the Pioneer sound. I heard it one time with a guy I went scoring something, but I didn't test it myself, so I cannot say how good it is. But I'm almost convinced that this small Bryson, even if it's a small one, sounds better than that Pioneer set. I think this thing is the best sounding thing what you have in your house, this Bryson. I see here a preamplifier, but I cannot read a brand, so but you even have a crown. Okay, you have nice stuff, Pete, very nice stuff. Unbelievable what you have. Nice stuff. And here you have more stuff. You have a clip sub over here. But what you have here, over here, General Electric transformer is a plate, a metal plate probably. But what is in the back, I'm not sure why you do not stack the front inside so I could see it. But okay, you will explain maybe that to us in your comment if you see this video. Well, this was the video I wanted to show you, from just a guy, Peter, who loved my videos and thought, okay, I'm gonna send this guy an email with the stuff I have. And I'm glad he sent me his pictures so I can show you what people have for stereo stuff in their house. There are most of you who have only one item, maybe two or three, and I think this guy Pete have a little bit too much, yeah. Have a little bit too much, because he have that Pioneer Elite set, he have that Rotor set, he have this Bryson, and he have that Macintosh, yeah. So I want to know from you, Peter, what's the difference with the sound from the Bryson and the Macintosh you have over there. I think the Bryson will make you more happy, but okay, that is what I think, what I believe. But you have them both, and so I'm asking you. And I see a tube amplifier over there, so I'm not sure what brand it is, and how do you compare that tube amplifier, for example, between your Macintosh, between that Bryson, between that Pioneer Elite and that Rotor, because you have several sets. And which one of all these amplifiers is playing? If I see now, I just removed the tube amplifier. I had my Wilson Ton R8 on the table, and I switched back to that today I switched back to that Sansui G401 or 301, not sure what it is, 301 or 401. Not that the Sansui sounds better than the Wilson Ton, no, just because that Sansui have a built-in tuner, and that Wilson Ton do not have a built-in tuner. So I stacked that Wilson Ton above a tuner, yeah, and now I replaced them again for that, because the Wilson Ton I will have probably a long time in my house, but so I'm gonna sell that Sansui, and I'm not sure when, in 2 or 3 or 4 months, or maybe 6 months, but I'm going to sell it. And so before I'm going to sell it, I want to play a little bit more with it. That's the only reason why I change it for the Wilson Ton, because the Wilson Ton is better, yeah. But yeah, the Wilson Ton I can hook up anytime I want, and so it's not that it's the best thing what is playing now. That's not the reason, I just want to play with it. So before I'm selling it, that's the only reason. The sound is not the best, but it is a beautiful sound. Do not underestimate this little Sansui. The sound is beautiful. If it was an ugly sound, I would have never connected it for the second time. Second time I now connected. I played a long time with it, and now in between I placed for a few weeks the Wilsonton, and now I switched back to the Sansui. So if it was a bad sound, I would never reconnected it. So it's not a bad sound, but I have better sounding. The bigger Sansuis are better sounding, but yeah, you know. Anyway, this was a video from Pete. Pete, I will not say your last name. No. That we will keep a secret, Pete. And well, thank you for your nice mail. And all of you guys in this mail, I want to thank you, all of you, for your mails. It doesn't matter if you ask for advice or to wish me health and good luck. And Pete, in this video, he also wished me that health and good luck. And if you show me just your stuff, you know, I appreciate all these nice videos. Yeah, so I want to thank you in this video, all you guys who sent me over the years, you know, your mails. Even I have some guys who advise me, you know, guys who have more experience than me, and they advise me to go for that amplifier or that receiver because of that special sound, you know, because even after 9 years, my friends, doing this hobby, there are so many secrets out there in audio world I even didn't discover yet. That's why this hobby stays fun, you know. It is a nice, fun hobby with so much secrets still to discover for me. Well, thank you for watching this video. I hope you like it. And for now I say ciao ciao.